Hello there everyone and welcome back. It's time once again to continue on the Chaos Fleet, especially since my final Acheron finally got its refined lenses to increase its lance range. So no longer will we be put in situations where it can't do crap, where everyone else is firing unhindered. But my Devastation still lack their range, but it's not as significant at least because I'm using them more for the support and their silent running maneuver. Hell, it's entirely possible because I think the camo actually works with the Siege Cloud to just double its radius. I may actually get that over the extended lance range anyway. Hard to say. But before we dive into what I'm going to proclaim now as my final video, at least for the time being as Chaos, I am going to put this favor on here finally. So we actually have more than one Slanesh favor available to us. Although I'm going to turn off the favor, I don't care about the pink so much because I already got the shine gold and pink purple of the Siege. I don't need to be confused by the colors, even though with these pillars I don't think there's going to be much confusion distinguishing the two. Nonetheless, we got access to more jamming potential to really mess with my opponent, and now let's see what kind of opponents we face off against. Well, this might actually be a fun little match here. I don't know how exactly I feel about it though, considering we're fighting Space Marines, so on the one side, I'm going to have really weak damage potential because if I were to go with my Mark IIs or Lance variants, they're not going to exactly have the critical mass that they need to really do damage quickly. So Hellbringers is probably not the good way to go. On the plus side, having Hellbringer with the carrier ship is also really good, but again, I'm limiting my options here. Okay, so maybe what I'll do instead is just go with the Hellbringer Lances, because, well, at least the Mark II variants, because if I go on with the carries, he's not going to do any damage. Oh, well, this sucks. I don't actually have enough points for any frigates, and he's going to have so many bonus points. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be tough. So with that said, maybe I do go with the two carriers. I have good burst potential in close. I have two Siege Clouds to keep hitting at range, but this is going to be a long match, especially with me outnumbered. He could very easily field all three of his vanguards, but the big plus though is I don't probably have to worry about boring torpedoes if this is a level 1 fleet. And I have carries to deal with his torpedoes in general as well as his strike Thunderhawk, so I'm really good in the defensive front. I just apologize now, this is going to be slow. This is going to be a slow match even with the Lance variants I'm not going to have. Again, I lack the critical mass to really kill things quickly. Because I kind of need an Acheron to contribute the extra amount of Lances, or at least have like the two Mark IIs with the Devastation if I want to have enough firepower to really bring down the shields instantly and get straight to the hull. Although I don't have any Lances on me at the moment, so I don't know what the rate of fire is on the Lances. I think it's 8 seconds, so in theory he could recharge those shields a little bit before the Lances fire again, is what I'm trying to get at. Nonetheless, we are going to have a bit of a fight for us. We're going to have to try and figure out how to preserve these ships relatively well. The frigate is the easiest thing to kill without a doubt. I just send the bombers after it, and if it doesn't have the support fighters or the light cruisers defend it, then it should die immediately. But we know for a fact that he has maybe one frigate, possibly two. I'm assuming he has like 300 points, so actually maybe he has two frigates and two cruisers. In which case, if these are Gladiuses or Novas, they all go the same speed, so I'm not sure which is which. But I have beacons to kind of eliminate the guessing game, to eliminate having to guess. I just gotta get close enough, and I have the range, well, 9,000 units, so I can't actually shoot them. So, there's the two Novas in the middle. Now, can we kill this thing? If anything, I want to make sure I keep vision of that dang Nova, because he could run the instant Okay, I was gonna say he could silent run the instant I tried to go after he got out of the beacon range. There was that possibility. But let's even up the score if nothing else. Because we know he has level 1 ships, he has bombardment cannons. Now, am I actually able to shoot at this? Not very well. And I want to kill that second Nova since he is just kind of floating there. So keep outside his boarding range is probably the strategy. Well, I said I was going to try and be nice, but he's kind of making it easy for me, isn't he? He's just going to stand there and let me hit him. Okay, this is more like it. Brace for impact, have that ready. I still have shields, and... Actually, do I just go straight for the ram attempt? Because I have the same armor as him, and he is locking on. Just push it. Push it real good. Ideally, I want you to go flying into the objective, or the debris, mind you, and you're not doing it. You are being a very bad Space Marine. Very bad, considering you just killed my engines. Oh well. I think we're safe as far as killing this thing. Can I kill with just boarding? I hate to waste 2 bombers on this thing. And if I launch bombers now... Well, not a concern. He is getting the critical hits he needs, though. Now, focus on the second Nova, because he is doing a notable amount of damage still with those prior weaponry. And I don't have any more fighters anymore to deal with his Thunderhawks, so... I got no actual bombs in, so that Nova's gonna live to fight another minute. Actually, I still have brace for impact up for a good 20 seconds. So kill the Nova. Well, hopefully kill it, but I rammed myself, so I'm a bit stuck right now. Okay, thank you. Now, we just need to destroy his weaponry. Destroy the weaponry on this thing and just dodge. Because, yeah, he could still... If he can brace for impact, that's going to do a lot on my ship. Especially since this thing actually has no actual weapons right now. It only has 1 bomber squad. Now that I come to think of it. And this one has no engine, so it's not going to ram anything. I just got to keep vision. So only thing I need right now. Keep vision so I can send bombers after it. I should still win this, but can I preserve my Dauntlesses? Or my Hellbringers, rather. Not Dauntlesses. I don't know why I'm suddenly thinking I'm an Imperial Navy fleet, but this has no bombers available to until repairs. But he did lose. Okay, he is lancing me down. He locked on, so... Oh, he's going to make it easy for me. You're too kind. You are too kind. Board it up. And hopefully... Actually, this could still ram. It's going to hurt, mind you, but with brace for impacts and shields, I could get a double whammy in. Come on. Hit me. I'm gonna commit to this. I'm gonna try and kill this thing without evacuating my ships. The shields are disrupted, so that actually hurts me more than I probably realize. Oh. Oh, I thought he was warping out at first. Nope, he's not warping out. I was gonna stop my fire. Oh well. We won. I don't know what else to really say. Because without his lack of upgrades, lack of torpedoes... Well, if anything, he probably should have been using his brace for impact if I had to critique him. Because that 95 armor plus the 45 armor against my bombers would have been really damn good. Hell, he could have seriously gone all ramming all the time there. He could have gone... So long as the brace for impact was up, he probably could have just beat me straight up with ramming. I want to argue. Especially with the Hellbringer that lost his engines. He had the potential to beat me there. At least easily kill off one of my Hellbringers. because of the lack of engines I lost early on in that engagement. So he could have won that exchange. He just didn't really micromanage his fleet to the best of their ability. He just tried to use them more as turrets, which with vanguards, without doubt, those are probably not what you need to be doing. You need to control those things, kind of like an Eldar fleet. I would argue anyway, because once you start getting hit by lances, it doesn't matter if you have 75 armor. Your 400 health is going to make you feel so fragile. Alright, so we're going to fight Supreme Soul again, and that just begs the question, is he going to do his same turtle in the cloud and do absolutely nothing strategy or not? Because I still would like to use my despoiler, it just doesn't fit with what I'm facing off against. Because after all, with armor-piercing rounds, a lot of fighters to kind of hinder my close range potential, he is better than me. Well, better than me in close range. Without like additional slaughter or something else to kind of complement my close range artillery. I could still go that route, but this feels so much better, especially with his playstyle. It basically counters him immediately. I got so many beacons to just place on his hind spot, and if he just wants to sit there, well, I can't help him then. He's just gonna die a slow, horrible death. I really should consider going with the spoiler anyway, and the slaughter, if I get another rematch with him. Because I'm just gonna say right now, I canned the first match with him, because all he did was sit in a gas cloud, and did absolutely nothing. I just dodged his torpedoes, avoided his one Novacan, which he never reloads, so he could never get to the hull of my Hellbringers, which is what he hit the majority of the time. So I think it's safe to say you never saw that match, because as soon as I threw a beacon on him, he did not even try to dodge it. He did not try to reposition himself, and hell, I gauged him at such the perfect angle. He was in like a literal straight line, so none of his torpedo ships could actually fire torpedoes without him hitting himself. So, and with him not actually trying to reposition and fix that, it was a simple match. Hell, I even deliberately stood in the beacon that he launched just to emphasize my point a little bit. He barely did any damage to my devastation, no matter what he did. So this looks very much the same strategy, although he's got 3 cruisers and overlords this time. So with a mission called Dissipator, I can easily dodge this. I can dodge all of them. And without that, that's probably the Widowmaker there. I think that's a safe assumption. And let's not forget about my dang fighters. They're going to be handy here. Okay, get on moving. I accidentally burned retros rather than turn off the boosters, but simple dodge. Oh, and look, it's another Novacan. This time, though, it is pointless. And am I already dodging? I think I'm already dodging. Hell, I'm just gonna burn retros to give it little more time. Okay. I can reveal him. And he's also damaging it for me, so kill the Widowmaker. Because once that's dead, I don't need to tell you how simple this is going to be. Hide in a gas cloud and just rely on my cloak and dagger tactics. It's been working well before, and I got plenty more beacons where I came from. And I don't even have to use a Slanesh cloud. So, what is your next move? You're gonna fly into my beacon? Please do. Oh, you have auto-cast stasis bombs too. That's kind of cute. You think I care about your pitiful Novacan? For crying out loud, you need multiples of them if you're gonna do any damage. You seriously need more than one if you're gonna hope to actually get to the hull. Although these torpedoes still can be a threat, which is fine. I'm turning this thing already. And let's get the beacons ready, because he is doing hiding tactics, and I'm not going to allow him. Keep firing. Hell, just stick a beacon on there for good measure. Well, this is looking like another simple match, but at least we'll see what his backup plan is. Yeah, 4 cruisers, so he brought out the big guns, but it's going to do a little good to him. He's even firing torpedoes in a direction that doesn't matter. I'm just going to hide. I should be able to hide, right? Yeah, I can hide. Okay, you missed with the Nova Cannon again. So fire more beacons. We already did an amazing amount of damage to that thing, so I'm not worried. Just take 1 torpedo hit and shoot down a couple more. I don't have to do crap. Come at me. Come on, come at me. You kind of need to if you want to hopefully do damage. How melodramatic. How anticlimactic. How disappointing. This is not how you play an Imperial Navy fleet. Well, now you know why the first match was so boring that I canceled it out. At least this one had some more tactical benefit. So I might keep this one. It just was... the whole match was 6 minutes. The R1 dragged on for like 10 or 11, but there was actually no effort put on my opponent there. Hell, he's relying on his torpedoes, I think, to win the day, but hell, he had some good torpedo arcs there because I was staying in position to make it easy for him, but even then, a little bit of swift, high energy turning heavily mitigate that, and my fighters helped a little bit, but I think they did get shot down because I wasn't seeing any fighters by my devastation. Aside for the bombers I launched at near the end. Ah, well. I'll be more glad to play with the Space Marines. At least the match will look a little bit better. It'll look a little more closer, possibly. Until the battle barge just critically hits everything and then there's nothing he can do. But until then it's going to look intense. Nonetheless, we got another upgrade. Ooh, we got a level 8, so... ultimately, this begs the question, overload generators probably ideal. I don't know how much I'm gonna get use out of this in practicality, because it requires me to lock on. But as you've seen, if I can get away with a siege cloud, or even possibly have a multiple siege clouds, then I can safely just lock on with this and get maximum value. So I'm gonna put it on there, but I don't know how often I'm actually gonna have lock on available for strictly competitive reasons. I don't think it may be worth it unless I can guarantee I'm going to get full salvo, full value on the armor, not so much the shields. So we're going to get to play with it regardless, maybe for the next match. Alright, we got ourselves a different match here. This time it's going to be a mirror match, so maybe I got my wish. I apologize to everyone who may not be excited for this, but with that said, we're going to be on a bit of a clock because of the planetary assault mission, but I am prepared for this. I know what to do, and I'm going to go with my most comfortable fleet on this. With extended sensors on my Hellbringer, lots of lance possibilities, this is going to be good. I'm feeling confident in this. Just got to make sure that I don't get a beacon stuck on me too easily. We'll have to see, because he does have beacons to kind of spot for him, restrict my movement a tiny bit, but every single one of my ships have extended range, so I have an easy time shooting him down. It may give away what my fleet is to him if he's watching my weaponry, but that's not a huge concern. He's going to find out one way or the other, whether it's the lances on the blasting apart his ships one by one, or by shooting down the beacons. He's going to know what I'm feeling. So, let's get this going. We got a lot of obstructions kind of in our way. These asteroid belts are actually pretty useful for me. Maybe not the most convenient with this gigantic gas cloud here, because even all my beacons can't cover that relatively easily, unless I want to burn all of them. So, I'm going to have to make sure the beacon I fire with is the one that sticks, basically, or matters most. Does all the damage, which means I gotta make sure I get his shields down quickly and then have the Hellbringer at the ready to stick. And this time I'm not gonna be in an awkward situation where he spots me before I can spot him. So, at least that I can beacon him right away as soon as I see his ships. Or at least as soon as I'm spotted by normal sensors anyway. It just remains to be seen what kind of fleet he has, so he could still be a lower level than me. That is a possibility. And he's got 5 ships, so this is kind of striking. He may have bonus points a little bit. It is seeming likely. But he's got 1 carrier ship there, 1 on the right, so those could be standard Hellbringers. They could be devastations, but if that's true, there goes half his point values already. So, let's get ready to start shooting at these beacons. Shoot them down, get them chipped down, give me some more breathing space. And keep an eye on my lance range. Because like right now, I can actually shoot at them almost immediately. So, just try to start shooting down. He is going to have his ship right there, so gotta be ready. I am actually shooting at the other one on the right, but this is probably a bad engagement spot regardless, unless... Oh, he's going to beacon me. Okay, start firing. Be mindful of a beacon, because he did silent run. No, he didn't silent run, actually. Which is fine. Just destroy these beacons relatively quickly. And keep an eye also on the mission timer. Yep, that'll be quickly dealt with. Actually, I should turn these. Because I'm going to do a double prong attack. I'm going to destroy the beacon. Okay, so that's probably dead. That is probably dead. I just want the extra lances to make sure of it. Now, we'll destroy these other ones. Okay. So, we are hitting. He used this 1 beacon. He's using our stasis bomb. That's kind of okay. Because I don't need to do much. Objectives out of the way. So next, as far as the next objective's concerned, I have to make sure I'm in the middle by time for the second one. So as soon as the stasis bomb goes down, I engage hard. That is my plan. Actually, I might even just fly this stasis bomb a little bit. And have this Hellbringer at the ready. Now, I know where he's at. I have beacons at the ready. And I know he used the beacons, so... Alright, let's deal with his idolator. He's gonna spot me, that's fine. I haven't burnt any excessive abilities anyway, so that's kind of fine. Can I kill this quickly? Okay, so he did not stick the beacon on me. Alright. So, that probably didn't do too much, but I am going to take some hits here. I was hoping to stick a beacon. Can I do it? I can sort of do it. So, repair that. Get that going. Everything, engage and unload. And he does have a level 10 fleet. So, got some work to do here. So I got my brace for impact. I am losing lances though. So gotta be mindful. I got repairs going. Okay, now, not yet, but I am going in a moment. Actually, there we go. He loses his lock on. I get my repairs. Now, let him start engaging. Because now we can spread the damage. My generator's gone, but I have another ship to take the hits. Start engaging for me, right? Come on. I told you to start engaging. Start doing it. Although, this is a bad engagement anyway because his objectives are kind of in the way. I don't have a deck, but I'm spraying out the damage, though. Just unload on this thing. Although he still has a carrier ship and a Hellbringer, so gotta keep that in mind, too. I gotta be ready to make sure the next objective is the important one. Devastation's in good shape. Let's get that out of the way. And have the Hellbringer to soak the shots now. Nice and simple. Alright, he wants the Nurgle lit up, fine. Let him do that. I gotta get this Hellbringer in a good position, though. He has a second Acheron, too, so gotta be mindful of that. Yeah, I don't think the Hellbringer's long for this world, so... We got rid of his Acheron. We're gonna try and deal with the other one. This is not a good position for me, though. But if I can focus the damage, that's kind of good. Getting multiple hits on his ships. Because the devastation is the one I care about the least, quite frankly, so... But he's got Nurgle on everything, actually, for that matter. So close range engagement suits him well. The only unfortunate thing, he's winning because of a Nurgle. But the spreading the damage was really damn good. I did lose the Acheron. If only I was a little more diligent about that earlier. Doing the spread out damage. And trying and being aware he had Nurgle so early on too, because as it stands now, it looks like I lost this battle, unfortunately. And he did get some damn good critical hits too, I gotta say. And his Nurgle's still hitting me, which is part of the problem, so this could have been better. I could have won the match if I went for the objective as well, but unfortunately, if I was faster about focus firing there, and also I missed out on a couple of shots, I think, on the Acheron. Destroying that, when his ships were, when the lances were spreading out the damage, that would have been good. I have to pay attention, though, on the recording, how much of that Nurgle actually hit me there. Because I didn't really get much lock on there, which could have helped. But the brace for impact probably would have been, was much more valuable. It's just, trying to pay attention to the upgrades he had. He had supercharged voice shields on some of his ships there, which could have been good. And I think he also had shield upgrades, so just because of that, he may have lost out as a result. But that was a good match there. I felt like that was one I could have won there. And he did lose his frigates there. It's just, maybe I was in a bad range there. I did not commit to the 10,000 unit range because, again, I was stuck on the clock a little bit there. And I was kind of assuming maybe he was a lower admiral level than me too, because he had 5 ships. So I had to try and engage in the middle to go for to have the option to go after the objectives. Because if I stayed at range, there'd be no way I would have won. But that was a good battle there. One that I could have won if I was more effective on dodging the attacks. And how many weapons actually got destroyed with the prows gone? He destroyed decks, which is not a huge issue. It does deny my lock-on, mind you. But I don't think he actually killed any lance potential. I think the prow destructions only got rid of a macro turret, which probably is not as important. Hard to say. Again, I was a bit on the clock there, so it's not like I had the convenience to get the perfect engagement. And Nurgle benefits him nicely there too, but if I could stay at range, Nurgle does absolutely nothing for him. absolutely nothing. I just gotta make sure that frigate, when he suicide flies it in, that it doesn't give him vision for as long as it could. And also, let's see. Yeah, I did use my siege cloud. I could have easily backed off for a bit, but again, I was a bit on the clock. I didn't really have that convenience, did I? No matter what, but hey, it was a good final match to end off on, so it's time to jump on over to Space Marines, I think, now.